So for this shoulder block, we're going to need a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball to start with. Grip the ball in the hand from a tall kneeling position, squeeze the bum, squeeze the abs, push the hand down to the floor and create the biggest circle we can, moving the arm forwards and backwards. If you want to make this nice and tight, you can go close to a wall so that you have a feedback guide as to how close or how smooth you can get the movement. So make sure that we're really pushing down, then we're going to push the arm as far away as we can, so we're going to get some protraction or forward movement through our shoulder blade. Then we're going to push right to the ceiling, rotate the hand out, and then push all the way back, squeeze the shoulder blade back as we come to the bottom, and then we're going to repeat the opposite direction. Work forwards and backwards here for 60 seconds on each arm. Now we've finished the forwards and backwards rotations, we're now going to work externally and so laterally, so out in circles. So starting from the centre, palm facing, gripping the ball again, pushing down, bring the palm right across the body, so we're going to get as much flexion across as we can, and then we're going to come out to the side, pushing as far out as we can whilst keeping a nice tall position, turning the palm to face the ceiling, keep pushing right up to the top, push right to the ceiling, and then lower back down to our start position again. Nice and smooth again, really intentional, really focus on smooth controlled movements, feeling if there's any impingement or pinching or sticking points to the movement, and hopefully this is a really good way of getting the shoulders warm, and also a magnifier to find out if there's any tightness or sticking points through these ranges of movement. The third movement I want you to do is these IYTW with pulls and rotations. We're going to start off on the front, bring our arms overhead in the I position, thumbs facing the ceiling. Squeeze the bum, squeeze the abs a little bit, pull the hands off the floor, and then keeping the arms straight, move out into the Y position and perform 5 vertical pulls. So we're trying to get the thumbs towards the ceiling. Then we're going to come out into our T position and we're going to rotate forwards and backwards, so internal and external rotations through the shoulders. Make sure that the upper arm rotates, not just the palm, as far forwards and as far backwards as we can. From there we're then going to pull the elbows in tight to the sides into the W position, and from here we're going to then push overhead back to I, and then pull back into our W position from there 5 times. Once we've done those 5, we're then going to turn back to our T position, performing our internal and external rotations again, then back up to the Y position and perform pulls for 5 reps before coming up to our I position and completing rep 1. We're then going to go back in for rep 2, and we're going to repeat this again for our 30 to 60 seconds. This will be quite challenging on the shoulders in terms of a burn, so if you get 2 to 3 reps out and you feel you can't do any more, that's absolutely fine. We always want to focus on quality of movement over quantity of reps. This next drill is the EDPR, elevate, depress, retract and retract. We're going to start off in our all fours position, and we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together. Imagine we're squeezing a pencil between our shoulder blades, and then we're going to push the floor as far away from us as possible. So as you can see, my shoulders are really rounding in this movement. I'm keeping my arms straight the whole time, so that I'm just moving the shoulder blades together and apart across my back. This is going to be a really useful movement when it comes to any pressing or pulling movements that we do, as having a smooth glide of our shoulder blades is really important so that we can get a good shoulder position. The next block is the elevate and depress. So sitting in a tall kneeling position again, squeeze the bum, squeeze the abs. We're just going to pull our shoulders up to our ears as high as we can, and we're going to push our hands down to the floor as hard as we can. Just repeat nice and smoothly again, sliding the shoulder blades up and down the back. You might feel some tension in the traps at the top of the shoulder and in the bottom of the lats as you push down to underneath the shoulder blades if we're doing this right. It should feel very smooth and there shouldn't be any sticking points. Our final movement through this is going to be the clock drill to stretch out through the chest, the front of the shoulder and the bicep, lying on the floor face down, stretching one arm out to the side with the hand, the elbow and the shoulder on the floor. We're then going to roll across onto that side, stretching through our chest and arm. We're going to start off with the arm, the 3 o'clock position, and we're going to move it up, hitting every half hour if you had an imaginary clock face around you, until we get to about the 1 or 12 o'clock position, and then we're going to work our way back down. From there we're then going to bend the same elbow up to a 90-degree position. We're also going to bring the opposite knee up to 90 degrees to help us create a bit more tension. From there we're also then going to push into that side once more. You will feel the stretch more in the shoulder this time rather than down the arm. The shoulder might also come off in this position, but it is going to be a nice deeper stretch. We're then just going to simply repeat this on the other side. If you have any issues with any of these movements, please do let me know and I'll be able to run through them for you again, or feel free to send me across a video and I can review it for you and give you any specific feedback.